Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hamster's Hobby
Wow,
Hang.
he's really milking it today.
Woo!
Dude is
Thank you,
absolutely...
Mace to Mace and to Mace only.
Wow, okay. That's fine.
Yeah. All right, let's get these glasses of milk going around, everyone.
Glasses of
Cheers.
milk. Got milk? I'm the new poster hamster for Got Milk.
All right.
Poster hamster.
Yeah. The
Vertex...
hamsters are testing well in the testing, advertising testing.
Vertex says that
You do
Warhammer's an
test on the
expensive
animal.
hobby,
That it is.
which I don't think any of us here have experience with.
I mean, in my experience, if a hobby's not expensive, I don't do it. I just only
Fair.
pick expensive hobbies.
Yeah, what's the point of doing things that don't put your life, like, at risk?
Right, what am I supposed to do? Save my money? For, like, retirement or something? Who
Who's
does
gonna
that?
live that long?
Is anybody here
That's-
actually... Okay. Is anybody here actually planning on, like, doing a retirement thing?
Yes.
How? Like, what will you do?
I wasn't planning on it for a long time, but then my very middle-class parents did a really good job with their retirement stuff, and after having seen what they're gonna get after it, I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I should do that too. I'll go to Mars or something, and I'll beat up Elon while I'm there.
Nice.
Yeah.
AMC and GME. That's totally fair. I made a good amount off of AMC actually, which is good because I'm gonna probably need that money soon. Can you stop? Oh my god, this cat! I can't leave any
I
kind
did
of plastic anywhere
start
around
it.
her.
I think last year, I did start an IRA, but the thing is, you also need money to put into it.
Right. Yeah. That's the
It
issue.
doesn't just retire you for you.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, isn't it?
Yeah. I was like, I did the application. Come on.
Is it actually giving me money if I have to put money into it? I don't know if it's a great deal.
Mainly just like investing. Yeah. I don't know much about it.
All right, what are we all doing today?
I am finding the chat. Here we are. Here, I'll even share my streak. I'm gonna streak right in the chat.
Oh.
Oh,
Thank
look at that.
you.
Wow, you've been subscribed for 16 months. Can we write off our subscription store on Twitch channel as like a business expense? Can we charge the company for that?
Hey, there you go.
Get Jay to redeem $5 a month for me. There we go. Let's do that.
Go for it.
Oh wow. Might be a
Yeah, I'm
celebrity,
doing
not
something
him,
wacky.
though.
Yeah, that's the base you're using.
I got a rainbow sherbet over here.
Yeah, so that's your base. Like, so is that all actually primer, or did you just do?
No,
a base
it's
coat
not
of-
primer, but it's not
Okay.
like it's not like a base coat. It's like underpainting. So hopefully most of it will go away, but it will be kind of subliminal underneath and show up in some cool way, but not be like the actual colors that it is finished as.
So it's supposed
Just
to be like a
interesting
shading
tones.
thing.
Like a what?
So it's supposed to be like a shading thing.
Kind of like shading, more just like intonation, like just adding odd tones under the main colors.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, I'm just being inspired by like Craft World Studios and those kind of people that their colors, like if a surface is one color, within that color there's like 4 different colors. And so I was like, and I've been watching this what's his name? Not Just Mecha recently did some speed paints that instead of priming at all, he just like did a bunch of colorful base coats and then homogenized it with different highlight, like using a universal highlight and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try out some stuff like that and not just start from black and white. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Marco Frazzoni, thank you, Topulus.
Okay.
Oh, and this is a small Kickstarter. Basically, some guy's take on like old world Warhammer Chaos, but I think Matthias Ludke. Yeah, it was a small Kickstarter. I think 1 or 2 years ago that I backed with a bunch of spiky armored guys.
Monkey, you're right. Yes, I'm painting Monkey. Well, it's an ape. So right now I'm just getting him. Right now I'm just getting him primed. So he's a prime ape. He'll be a primed ape.
Okay.
Yeah. Toby and I had a dumb idea, so this is for that dumb idea. Hello, cat.
Ooh. Do we get to hear the idea, or is it secret?
Why do you think Toby and I would want an ape?
Okay, I already know.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory if you know us.
How fleshed out is this idea? Is there a timeline, or are we just?
I think as soon as we got another mini coming in that we need first, but I don't know where that one is. It's taking its time.
We need to get all of them so we can do the DF crew.
Yeah, we gotta do the whole DF crew. Oh man, DF.
Donkey.
Donkey Forge. Oh no. Well, but who's the leader of the bunch in that situation?
Nate.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh?
You know him well.
That's true. Okay, well, who's finally here performing for you? That's Hamster, actually. Mason be Tiny Kong.
Who's not got no grace? Who's got a funny face? Right,
I mean, I don't want to say it.
It's me. Isn't it?
Dum Dum Deezy shoving Chinese food in my face, just like me last night. I guess the love for Chinese food runs in the family.
I don't want Chinese food.
I haven't had Chinese in a while. I can't just like put away sweet and sour chicken like I used to. Which is unfortunate. But I'm also just trying to. I'm trying to eat better. You know.
I've been saying that to myself for at least 4 years.
You were doing Hot Pockets like months ago.
Yes, I was also failing.
I like that you say doing Hot Pockets and not eating, because it is actually a street drug.
Yeah, I was an addict.
Hey, you got any pockets?
I did try meal prepping this week for the first time to do something healthy instead of just going to the bodega and getting whatever sandwich I feel like. And it works, but it's not nearly as thrilling. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to, when I get sandwiches from the place nearby, I'm trying to just like do, I'm trying to do more wraps and sandwiches. But even then, like I'm trying to actually just get like vegetables and like avocado and stuff like that, as opposed to like getting like a bunch of meat and cheese, you know?
Yeah.
I don't, but I understand it in theory.
In theory,
the words make sense to me.
Right.
The words make sense. The motivation doesn't, but
Chinese food Hot Pocket? All right, now we're on to something, Topulus. Let's go into business together. And by that I mean you can make it and I'll eat it.
Little orange chicken Hot Pocket.
you can be the Mikey. All the commercials are just you eating the Chinese food Hot Pockets. And they're like, oh, he likes it.
In.
But in this case, it's going to be a thing where it's like, well, yeah, he likes all of it. Like, it's not... He just likes it. He likes everything. It's not really... doesn't really mean anything. Wasn't like the thing that, like, set up that, like, Mikey, like, just doesn't like any food at all for some reason?
Who is Mikey?
You don't remember those commercials? What were the commercials for? It was a cereal, wasn't it? It was a cereal commercial, and they were like, oh, Mikey, he doesn't like anything. And then he'd eat it, and he'd be happy, and they'd be like, He likes it. You don't remember those commercials?
Nah, it sounds more familiar when you're talking about it, but if Mikey were in a lineup, I wouldn't be able to say he was the one that hates cereal.
Oh, Bulgogi Hot Pocket. I would die for that. Bulgogi's so good.
Oh, what
Yeah.
now?
Bulgogi.
Bulgogi.
Yeah.
Oh, you would love Hamster.
What the heck is that?
You haven't had bulgogi before? There's a place. There's a place. It's a Korean thing.
Oh,
It's beef or pork. It's like.
sold. I'm in.
All right, there we go. There's a place nearby that does like a bulgogi. I ordered it from somewhere. There was a place. There's a place that we ordered from at some point. I think during Wildlands where I got bulgogi and it was really good. There's
Yeah, it's a place that's I think it's on by the Jefferson stop.
It's called the Dock.
Okay.
No, it's not
The
the dock.
dock.
It's across from the dock.
Go on down to the dock, get some bulgogi.
There's a place by me that does a
It's called
bulgogi.
GNB before Good Morning Brooklyn, but it's a different name now.
There's a place by me that does a bulgogi quesadilla. I've gotten that a couple
Ooh.
times. That's wild.
Yeah,
Like
that place
oh,
had that as well.
yeah,
Gold quesadilla.
it's good stuff. It's messy, but it's good stuff. It's mixed with gochujang. Is it pronounced gochujang or how's it pronounced? It's a Korean spicy paste. It's very good. It's. Oh, you know what I want to do now that things are opening back up?
Hmm.
I want to go to a Korean barbecue place.
Yeah.
I haven't been in so long.
We should all go.
There's some really good Korean barbecue in the city.
34th
All right,
Street.
next stream will be at the Korean barbecue place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Mexican Korean fusion is good stuff. Yeah, it's not a thing I would think about, but like, you know, when I've had it, it's been phenomenal. Why does my DSLR's video feed just keeps going out every couple minutes? This is odd. Let's what's causing this? All right. Can't do Korean barbecue anymore. Too expensive, and I can't eat more than the price. That's fair. It is spendy, but it's so good. Got to put that immune system to the test by mixing up the raw and cooked tongs.
Oh,
Mongolian barbecue is also dope. Yeah. Imagine going to a restaurant again. I've been to one restaurant for Tyler's birthday. We went to Joe Shanghai, which is very good. Did dim sum. It was nice. But
I went to this place yesterday called Thursday Kitchen, and they actually have, I think it's Korean fusion
Thursday Kitchen?
tacos. Yeah, it's like my favorite, well, it's second favorite restaurant in New York. It's
Where's
so
it?
good. It's tapas.
Where is it?
It's in the East Village.
How did you
Sounds really good.
How did you go there yesterday then?
What do you mean?
If it's Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
That's-
we don't.
Mace, that's today.
We want to beat the rush, and I know a guy,
Oh.
so I'm like, listen, I know it's not Thursday.
Look,
but,
if you want to beat the rush, you need at least 24 hours.
Yep, so I
to-
go on Wednesdays to be
Yeah.
contrarian,
That's brilliant.
You know a guy? Is it
I know at least one man, yeah.
yeah, I know a man.
today?
I've seen a man. Wasn't impressed. To be honest.
Could be better.
Yeah.
Could be a woman, but pickers can't be pickers.
Yep.
Beat the rush, you need to get into a fist fight with Neil Peart. Rest in peace. God damn. Man. That one hurt. Neil Peart's death.
I don't know who that is.
The drummer for Rush.
What? Oh,
the-
the drummer for Rush.
The
Okay,
drummer
okay,
for
okay.
Rush.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, man.
You say you've listened to music.
I'm sorry, I lied.
Name one song.
Uh, 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 window rack,
Yeah, I knew
desk,
it.
microphone. By the Bee Gees.
Brazilian barbecue is good because of pau de queijo. Wow. Do you know he's from the #1 most expensive place to live? Yeah, I know he's from heaven. Cheese bread. Oh. Want to try Brazilian barbecue, but I've been intimidated by the clientele. Protects us topless. It's not that kind
cheese
of.
bread is so good.
What's that? Cheese bread?
Brazilian cheese bread is so good. I mean,
I haven't had it, but I'm like, I don't think it's possible to go wrong with any kind of cheese bread. So like, I'm just gonna assume.
It's
like,
like dough,
that's true.
like it's chewy and like it's like
Hamilton,
almost like
Ontario, Canada. That's the most expensive place to live? Not like New York or San Francisco? Because I'd put my money on San Francisco. Like, in a vacuum, I would just, in most cases, assume that San Francisco is the most expensive place to live. But I'm also, you know, American, so I believe that everything kind of begins and ends at America.
Ooh.
DK might be darker furred than this.
I hate to do it this early, but I'm gonna need to mark the time.
Wow, you didn't even make it a half
Whoa,
hour.
a record.
No.
New
All right,
record.
please be with.
Mario Party? Anybody? Mario Party? Yo, did you see that Mario Party collection they're doing for that they announced at E3?
Yeah, there's a lot of games that'd be fun in the office.
There really, really is. We need to get a TV set up at the office. Stat.
Not about that they also announced a new WarioWare.
They did.
Yeah.
They revived a lot of stuff that people thought was like dead. Like Advance Wars is coming back. Like nobody saw Advance Wars coming.
They did all that, but at the same time, like everyone wants like, you know, what's it called? F-Zero to come back, but they just showed Captain Falcon being thrown off a cliff.
Yeah, they executed Captain Falcon live on set. Somebody's thing was somebody's thing was like the only way Nintendo could lose E3 at this point, because the rest of the conferences to a lot of people like weren't very good, and so somebody was like the only way that Nintendo could lose E3 at this point is if they executed Captain Falcon live on stage, and then it just hard cuts to him being thrown to his death.
Yeah, I saw that. That's amazing that he, out of all the characters, the one that they actually showed him like falling. More.
Hey, Night of the Phoenix. I thought it was DLC at first. What, the WarioWare?
No, the Mario Party.
Just want a new F-Zero. Oh, the Mario Party. Yeah, a lot of people are upset that it's not DLC for Super Mario Party, which I guess I kind of get. Here's the thing, Super Mario Party is very good. And I would not be upset if they expanded it. Like, the base that they have to work with in Super Mario Party, I think it's the best that Mario Party's been in a while. Which, I mean, depending on who you talk to, isn't saying much. But the point is, Super Mario Party is actually, like, a really good time. Hey, Nompy. Yeah, a lot of people really want a new F-Zero. It's one of the things that... I hope that they do hit on it at some point. But I think they're under the impression that nobody would be interested in F-Zero over Mario Kart, which I don't think is true, but that seems to be what they think.
I mean, I feel like with how it is currently, they won't have enough traction, but they just need to figure out a new way to like put some new life into it. Juice.
Well, it's a high octane racer, right? Like you can do a lot of stuff with it. Make it play like like Speed Racer the movie looks, you know? I think that's the thing. Make it like this high octane, like high reflex like thing, and I think you're golden. But I think especially once they added like anti-gravity stuff to Mario Kart 8, I think they're just like, yeah, we don't need F-Zero anymore, which upsets a lot of people. I don't know. They get a lot of really weird backwards thoughts every now and then. They're a bizarre company.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, there's like I think we're biased in that we're much like long time Nintendo fan or that and yeah, that probably if they did that, only the people who are saying they want it. Well, actually, really, I think it's just a vocal minority type of thing.
I think, well, Just completed your
Because it
first
also
miniature
depends on
3D
how
print,
they-
taking off the supports now. You got a 3D printer, Nappy? Nice. At least we got Metroid and Zelda. Dude,
I'm
that
so
Metroid
excited for
Dread
the
revival
Metroid.
was wild. Like, that Metroid reveal was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I was joking with my friend saying that they're going to, instead of showing more Metroid Prime 4, they're going to show Metroid Prime 5. And kind of half right, because, you know, it's Metroid 5 instead of 4.
Yeah, we're getting Metroid.
Yeah.
We're getting Metroid 5 before we get Metroid Prime 4. I guess that's the thing is people are really confused by that, and it's like, well, yeah, Metroid Prime and Metroid are technically different series,
Yeah.
so that's what that was all about. It looks so good, honestly. Like the tone of the trailer and everything. Like, man, they did a really good job on that trailer. It caught everybody like off guard. You got it on Saturday? Awesome. Visiting family and they have one printing up until 3 to 4 a.m. so I have a print to wake up to. Nice. How long does a print usually take for just like a mini? Not one of the like ridiculously large things that we do at Dwarven Forge, but like just a regular mini.
Depends on the quality on the printer, but probably like on the slower side an hour, like an hour, I guess. If
An
it
hour.
An hour is the slow side?
I think
That's
so.
sweet.
Yeah, because it's not that big. Like, well, it also depends on the type of printer. Actually,
That's
I
fair.
was thinking just the resin printer we have.
Yeah,
and there's
because like
faster ones, more slower ones.
printing resin is different than printing like what is it, PLA?
Shortage? Okay, maybe I'm just thinking that, but I don't know. I thought the one I have at home isn't as quick as the other one, and it did it in like an hour.
DK. Yo, no new Donkey Kong either. This one took about 2 hours. Okay, depends on the size, how you put on the supports. Shortest you've done is 3 hours. Longest was 11 for a gargantuan. So it really depends on the stuff you're using, huh?
I think I'm going to bring in my castle next week also.
To the office?
I'm gonna get that going. Huh?
To the office?
Revenge of Castle.
Yeah. Just
Nice.
it's kind of a pain to put together and also to lug somewhere, so I just have to convince myself to actually do it next week, but can get the bricks going again.
Bricks.
Anyway.
Bricks.
So I didn't say what I was doing. I mentioned last week, but I'm finally moving on and doing the second, like the other side of the house thing I've been working on.
Nice.
I was planning to have it more blocked out before then, but well, several things went on at work. But I did sketches, so I don't know if you can see. But this side I did like the kind of like the corner, the round corner or turret or whatever you call it. This time I want to continue on the balcony over here, and then over here would be like a short alcove window thing, but also on the bottom, like a little like a drain thing, and then like you were suggesting last week, Mace, I'm gonna have the floor like caved in down here. So,
Nice.
and then like there's a water puddle underneath and it leads to the outside, and maybe a stair over here, and maybe the carpet can be from over here continues over there and like droops into the broken floor. So, yeah,
Love
this
it.
is my, I don't know if it's visible at all, but this is my idea for the two parts together. Ultimately, I do also want to put a like a porch fence and like roof over the porch as well.
Because we don't really show sculpting all that much on stream, it might also be interesting to just walk through what you're doing with monster clay and
Yeah.
how somebody could recreate what you're doing at home.
Yeah, so I did like the basic armature at work. I need more elements to the armature, but basically, as you can see here, I blocked out a piece of wood for the base, and then like drilled in dowels where like the points of the wall are going to be, and now I'm just warming up clay and putting it around like to cover the basic shape of the what I want the building to be. And then after a good amount of clay is put on there, I go on over there with a knife and other tools to smooth it out and make it to the shape, and then go in and sculpt, like cut out the windows and all the things. I'll mention again when I get to that point, but
Cool.
yeah,
DK.
this is how most of the sculpts are done there, DF. So, a little insight into that.
DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Wow, he's
Finally here.
finally here
Is he performing?
for you.
Oh,
For you.
but I don't know the words. What do I do?
Well, I guess you can't join in too.
But I have hands. Can I put them together to clap?
If you want to clap.
Yeah,
I guess I don't really want to.
but don't
Well,
worry.
we're still going to take you through the monkey rep.
Here we go. Wow. Yeah, painting a realistic looking ape in Donkey Kong's color scheme is a little weird. NGL, you know?
How so?
Well, we'll see how I feel after I do his abs.
Are you going to give him a tie?
Oh yeah, I mean that's what brings the whole thing together, right?
Yes.
You mean that's what ties the whole thing together?
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. This monkey's perfect, and he's just my size. Monkey. Monkey Kong.
Where's this coconut gone?
I don't know, but we do have the peanut pop guns for Diddy at least. So those are on the way.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to paint that one. His coconut gun can fire in spurts.
Shoot your ass. It's gonna hurt.
If he shoots ya.
Ass. That's what he says.
Lord, last save. I finally got to use my new Dwarven Forge last Sunday. So cool you all show us the process behind creating the minis and terrain. You're awesome. Thank you. Unfortunately, this right here is not stuff that'll be actually made for purchase. This is just our own personal projects. But on the Anvil, we do show the whole process behind making this stuff. That's the Dwarven Forge stuff. As much as we
Yeah, but
want
there's-
Toby's house to be a, I don't mean the one he's sculpting. I mean the one that he's living in right now. As much as we want that to be a Dwarven Forge product, there are currently no
comes with a
plans
mini
for that.
Duncan. Yeah.
As much as we want Duncan to be a Dwarven Forge miniature.
I'll keep working on this and then try to like.
I feel like a miniature of
Fascinating
Duncan would be too
remake.
small to see. Hello, Justice. How you doing? Monkey. Monkey Kong. I want us to make a monkey. We need to do jungle so we can make a monkey.
Mini monkey.
Like that's actually how we decide what Kickstarters we're gonna do. We just asked Chris what animal he wants to have, and then we based an entire Kickstarter off of that.
What did you say last time?
Well, I wanted dire frogs,
Okay.
but instead we made a basilisk for the swamp.
Man, what a
Two
letdown.
basilisks.
2 basilisks. You know what's better than a basilisk? 2 basilisks. Let's see. Yeah, get in there.
What's that noise?
I'm heating up clay.
Oh, it's got a good beat to it.
Yeah, I thought I was like,
Just
I
make
was
me want to
like,
do a
there's someone
monkey
playing
rap.
music.
I could sample that if I
Would you
wanted.
like to get better at painting minis and stuff? Last time I tried it did not turn out very well. Well, I'm a new person. Hamster is the person, the other person who has a webcam in the corner like me, is the official mini painter for Dwarven Forge.
Official.
That's your job. I mean,
That's true. I just never thought of myself as official.
I
Yeah, you were unofficial until Chris just called you official.
Wow, it's like I'm being knighted
Yeah.
by Chris.
yeah, so it's not worth a whole lot, but
By all the power invested in Chris.
which is not a lot. It's not a lot of power. I'm being honest.
Chris. Hey Chris, can I be official too?
Yes, you can also be a fish.
A fish?
Yes.
Oh, that's even better than official. Suck that hamster. I'm a fish.
Whoa.
Oh
lame.
man.
I want to be unofficial still.
Too bad.
Don't worry, you don't have to ask.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have any questions about mini painting, you can go ahead and ask, and we'll help to the best of our ability. Hamster will probably be the one who can help the most with mini painting in particular. But
DMN, I didn't finish the Gloomhaven yet. This isn't my full hobby station. I'm actually gonna put it in the basement. I just got the okay to do that. So I actually have room to work on stuff at home. Because this room, there's a lot of things better than my old apartment, but the bedroom itself is smaller. Like the old one was just like a big giant little, a giant studio basically. So I could lay it out and have my hobby stuff, but now I'm just on a little corner of my desk, so probably this weekend I'll finally get up and running full steam.
And then next week you're in full time, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, I probably am. I was gonna be full time this week, but this was like not the week to come in.
That's what you thought, but I'm no longer in that room, so now we can't hang at all.
There's just no possible way we can hang. It's
not
against
even
the
on
rules.
the Hamster hobby hang.
It's against the law. Okay.
Yeah. No, Tyler and I actually lock this door unless, if we're in here, we lock the door. You have to have the secret knock, and otherwise we just don't leave until people have left. So.
Wait, there's a secret knock?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Wow, this is official.
No, it's unofficial. It's
Oh,
unofficial.
right.
Wow, this is a fish.
A fish.
Ooh,
Nice.
Cookies are
dinner's
ready.
ready.
By cookies, I mean clay. I
Well,
don't
sometimes
think
they do
it's
come out
actually
like that.
Damn it. Gotta wait.
DK. Uh-oh.
Yes, Topulus, I'm saving the Camelot figures until I can actually focus on them. Because I want them to be pretty. I deserve the shade, though, yes. I really do. They've been sitting in a box, and they deserve better.
Trying to get these eyes right. DK?
So all of Dwarven Forge comes out of an easy bake oven, huh, Toby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hamster needs more oil paints.
I have plenty of oil paints. I am just not using them. I was about to break them out to do some oil washes on this guy, but I don't want to do it in this bedroom because, yeah, I can't make a mess. The last place was much better place for messes. This room is not. That's why I'm going in the basement. So I don't need to worry about that.
Let's pull that the light into
They're
it.
putting you in a basement?
What's that?
He's putting you in the basement?
Yeah. It's my new home.
Do monkeys have eyebrows? Donkey Kong doesn't. That's all that matters.
He just has a big.
Man, he just is. His head just actually is not shaped like an actual ape head. This is really troublesome.
You have to give him his point, his hair point.
Yeah,
which
it's kind of
actually
a-
is part of his skull shape.
It's kind of like a Jimmy Neutron head thing.
Yeah, but it's not hair.
That is very
And then,
true.
got a weird little bump.
Yeah, but it's not hair though. It's actually a skull shape.
It's so weird that Jimmy Neutron actually evolved from the same creature Donkey Kong was.
Wow. I didn't know this was a science stream.
Yep. You guys get free information. You better hold it.
They're
and
both
cherish
they're both
it.
sired by the same coconut.
Yeah.
Deep lore stream. About to have a brain blast. Banana blast, brain blast, barrel blast, barrel blast. That was a level in Donkey Kong at some point, right? They had a barrel blast level,
Mhm.
probably.
Yeah.
Bramble
Like everything
blast. That's what I'm
in
thinking of.
the game.
Bramble blast. Good level. Good music. That's the
There's no
level
way.
that Sticker Brush Symphony plays in. Oh, speaking of which, I've been playing music. Why don't we go ahead and play the song I was just talking about, that cover that Amy Waters did of, is it in here? No way. Did she not do... Huh. Let's see. There's gotta be a good one. Okay, not the original. Ooh, Insane in the Rain did a cover of it. Let's do that. Insane in the Rain stuff is really good. Gotta talk to him.
Insane in the Rain.
Does all the jazz covers.
Ooh.
Carlos Sainz. He does like jazz covers of video game music. It's very good.
Hi. Let me mute real quick.
That Easy Bake Oven, man.
Is it ready? I
Yes.
think it's ready.
Would you have some official business over there, Mace, or what?
Yeah, it's some unofficial business.
Oh.
Some fish business.
Just fishing around. Some
Hey,
monkey
there you
business.
go.
Man, I wish monkeys had eyebrows.
What a sentence.
Okay, I got his eyes looking the way I want, which is a miracle. Oh, here we go. This song's about to take off. Let's go. Oh yeah, let's go.
The fanciness of the stream just went up tenfold. Nice.
Dude, jazz? Absolutely. I cannot express like this song is like genuine art. And all the covers, there's so many covers of it, it's just how good this song is.
Insane in the Rain.
Sticker Brush Symphony is the original song, and there's so many good covers of it. Oh man. It's an incredible song, and Insane in the Rain is one of the best like video game cover musicians working right now. Oh man. I should paint to jazz music more often.
It'll increase your quality of life by a lot.
Just in general, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Painting
jazz-
miniatures? Definitely.
Just like even just jazz, adding a little jazz to your life kind of just makes it seem that much more like authentic living.
Oh yeah.
Authentic living. That's what I want.
Do you like jazz?
Okay. Well, Barry, I do like jazz. I'm actually going to the Blue Note on Tuesday. I got tickets for my birthday, and I'm very excited. Which, like, if nobody knows, it's a established jazz club in Manhattan. Miles Davis used to play there.
One of my friends.
Wow, that's cool.
One of my friends who lives in Kansas City. I was complaining about how I really wanted some good barbecue. Or I was complaining about prices here. That's what it was. I was complaining about like the price of like apartments here, because I'm like looking for a place to move. And he was like, for cheaper than where you're living right now, you could get like a 3-story house. And I was like, yeah. Why don't I just move to Kansas City and eat the best barbecue in the world every day in restaurants where I get to listen to live jazz and blues music by like some of the best blues musicians of our generation. Okay. All right. Yeah, why don't I just do that?
I'm telling you, man, Craigslist is where to find apartments.
It's also where to find kidnappers if you're
It's
not
true.
careful.
But I've been lucky so far, and I have Craigslist most of my life. So.
I'm not worried about finding a place that is within my monthly budget. I'm worried about being ready to move when it's time to move.
I hear you.
With everything going
I
on.
feel that.
The worst thing. I will probably never move again because I do not want to deal with moving, and so
It's a
even
lot
if
of
I win the
work.
lottery, it's kind of like, oh well,
It's a
guess
lot.
that's gonna be waiting for a little bit.
It's a lot of work, and that initial cost of moving is just pain. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I'm not worried
I'm
about
still recovering.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the month-to-month rent afterwards. I'm just worried about that initial, like, bulk, like, oh, movers and all the stuff you got to get for the new apartment and getting everything set up and the security deposit and just all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about broker's fees anymore. I'm glad that they were like, hey, broker's fees are not okay.
Who said that? Is it illegal now?
Yes.
Yep.
It has.
Really?
There are still people who will do it, though, because they will try to get you to pay it if they don't think you know better. Like, there's still places that it, like, there's still people who, like, advertise, like, hey, no broker's fee. And it's like, well, yeah, you're not allowed to have one. But I've still seen places that are saying there's a broker's fee to move in, and it's like, you're not allowed to do that. But, you know, they're hoping somebody doesn't know and they'll just pay it.
When was it made illegal?
A couple years ago, I think.
I think over a year.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Like, I know the place I moved into 2 places ago had a fairly big one. I'm not sure if that was before or not.
I remember, like, the first couple times I was moving in the city, like, 9 years ago or so, and it was like, yeah, you better be ready to pay 3 times the monthly rent to move into the place, you know? And you know, you need first and last month's and a security deposit and a broker's fee, and it's like, God, man, no. Come on. So that's what I'm worried about. I've seen a couple places where I'm like, this place doesn't look bad and is within my budget. The area isn't awful. So I'm wondering, like, you know, what the other catches are. You know, what are they going to get me with? Because there's no way it's actually just a good spot in my budget. You know what?
You could get a credit card and then pay it off over time.
Man, I never want to do credit cards again, you know?
No, I hear you. I'm just brainstorming worst case scenario stuff.
Yeah.
Mark, I did not. I mostly finished this piece, like, or I'm at a point where I wanted to, like, I want to do things like the details, like in other type of clay, or like the finer details. But I was kind of wanted to try like the other side of this building. So I'm doing that right now and blocking it out. Like over here, the balconies continue. So I guess once this porch is continuing, once this is more done, maybe I'll do the railings for both sides of that and other like smaller elements for both of them. Yeah, that's where I am.
What would you say if, like, Nate was like, hey, do you want to just put that in the next Kickstarter?
As like a resin piece or something?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Is it sculpted to the right specifications to, like, blend with other stuff if that did happen?
Besides this weird dreams thing, which I'm addressing with this, it is a 4x4. The floor height is city builder floor on like another floor. In this case, what's called a bank. But I mostly did like try to do my like what's this tin better like just to like play around. I did it in specification with DF stuff. So I don't know.
Mace,
Especially-
you've got people wondering about Kenny G's card game.
Oh, it's awesome. Wait, hold on. Yeah. I'll send a link.
Yeah, you can't just say Kenny G's card game and then drop it.
Well, it's a doozy. It's amazing. You have to you end up saying things like, you go bebop bazizzo, and it's
Oh.
just, you fix Kenny G's life by scatting. What more do you want?
Is this an official Kenny G product, or is this somebody who like made a funny thing about Kenny G?
No, it's a Kenny G product. It's Kenny G's card game. It's called Keeping It Saxy.
Huh.
Highly recommend. Ooh.
In my head, all I'm thinking is, none of you know that I'm listening to a jazz cover of the Wii Shop theme.
Ooh, is it good?
It's very good.
Are you singing the Wii Shop theme song?
Super Mario RPG.
That's the one.
Wait, no, this
Man,
isn't
I'm
the Wii
trying
Shop
to
theme.
make
This is the Me channel. Never mind. This is the Me channel, not Wii Shop theme.
Ah ha
Fake fan.
ha. Big Wii Shop fan.
I cannot get over how good just all of the music on the Wii was. Just like the Wii console. Uncle Breeze, greeting everyone. I'm here to mostly lurk and watch the crafting. Well, you came to the right kind of stream. We're here to craft and mostly have people lurk. Although if you got any questions about anything, feel free to ask. We all work at Dwarven Forge. If you got any questions about that. Hamster does this for a living. If you got any questions about painting. I'm making this monkey because we were going to do a dumb Donkey Kong joke. And so I'm making this guy currently. Thought you were a gamer. Hey, no worries, Finley. You're perfectly fine. You're not obligated to be here on time. We're just gonna dock your pay. Let's get that little toe over there. It's a happy little toe.
Oh, that's so weird because I'm making happy little accidents over here.
Oh.
Trying to make a sign for the office store we have now because we've named it the Nice Farm Upstate, so I want to make it official.
All the chat points I miss out on. Animated emotes can be disabled in settings. Why would I want to disable animated emotes?
I know, I saw that too. Do we even have any?
I don't think so. I'm not sure how you set that up. You might need to be a partner.
Well.
Well, you know, as we move into this next phase of the office and production, we might be able to do enough to convince them that we actually should be allowed to be partners.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not partners anymore?
We never were.
Never were.
They kept saying, like, it didn't seem like we were consistent enough, even though we met all the number requirements. I was talking to someone more on the inside of the whole thing, who was saying that at this point you kind of need a connection. That or just
Really?
have like absurdly high numbers.
So they're not taking new partners, basically?
They are, it's just that the requirements aren't actually what's listed.
Oh, huh.
That's really stupid.
Yeah. So you either need to have like a super large platform off of Twitch, or know somebody, or become a huge like name.
That's simple, huh?
You'll have 5 slots for animated emotes and partner. Oh. For sure, no painting questions. It's cool to watch, but I can't paint that small. If it were 30 feet tall, then I know how to paint it. Well, once Mace starts painting her castle,
I'll have all the inside details.
the requirements they show are bare minimum ones normally. That's fair. Well, we're also in like a really weird spot, right? Because like, you know, we've got a large platform off of Twitch, but it's not like a primarily entertainment platform. So that may be kind of weird because like our numbers on YouTube aren't big, so we can't like use that. Which is what a lot of streamers do. Is they should like, if they're big YouTubers who start streaming, they show their YouTube platform. And they're like, oh, they've got like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. All right, yeah, like let's. And ooh, what albums does he have? Yeah, see discography. Oh, I could do all of his Jazz Undertale music. He likes doing Pokemon albums. The problem is I don't know Pokemon music that well. You really need regular streams more than twice a week with over 100 plus viewers? Yeah. Start playing Among Us with all the DF crew. That's the thing. It'd be very easy. If we started doing video game stuff, it'd be easy to get there, but like it doesn't feel right for our company. You know? At least that was part of the initial discussion, is we wanted it to actually be focused on terrain, or at least on tabletop gaming as much as possible. Of course, the problem is it's hard to do a lot with that when you get put into quarantine. But as we're getting out of that, we got some ideas for how to expand it. I think it's the issue. The issue is to be able to like consistently every week do something that's gonna pull big numbers. Because like, yeah, the way most people do it is they either just get big enough as a personality that they can just do a just chatting stream, or they just get known for playing a video game. But that's not really our jam here. Need to add more shows. Wargame Wednesdays, Tabletop Tuesdays, Among Us Mondays. We want to start doing more wargaming stuff as we're getting into the office. Hamster hot tub stream, that's a new meta, right? Apparently the hot tub streams are dying out already.
That was quick.
If this became a hot tub stream, I would not be on anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not ready for that kind of vulnerability.
Hamster's hot tub hobby gang. We're just painting things in a hot tub.
Yeah, there you go.
RPG mini shows though, maybe one each week that is a gauntlet game. Yeah, if we played anything, it would probably have to be something like Baldur's Gate or I wonder, I don't think the people that watch us would be interested in that though. I think is the thing. We'd start developing a different audience. I think. And I don't know how well they would gel with what the rest of us, with like what we actually are, you know? I don't know. I don't want to like deceive people into boosting our numbers. You'll bring in all the viewers from the other streamers. It's possible. Get other streamers as the players. Effectively a one-shot to get through the Dwarven Forge terrain dungeon. So that's the thing. We want to do more collaborative streams. We had a lot of ideas for them that got put on hold once we couldn't have people coming into the office anymore. But as it's opening up, we're moving a lot of stuff around right now. We're expanding the office. We just built a bunch of new computers for all the media team. And we're redesigning the production room. And so on the other end of that, the goal is to be able to put out more stuff more efficiently. And then, you know, we'll also be able to have guests come in because people are getting vaccinated. And, yeah. Some of the other streamers I'm on for have been doing a lot of cross-streamer game lobbies. That's fair. I think the problem... The issue with doing a bunch of one-shots is the prep time. Like... We need somebody who... We need somebody to... Like, if we wanted to do it weekly, we would need somebody to be able to prep a session every week. And, that's pretty time-consuming. And then we'd have to, like, build whatever terrain it is, and if it's a collaboration with somebody outside of the office... I don't know. It's hard. It's time-consuming. It'd honestly be easier if we weren't doing terrain, but if you're gonna do terrain as a collaborative thing, then you need to, like, be on the same page and, like, go through it. It's easier if it's all theater of the mind, then you can just have them, like, wing it. I don't know. We'll think of something. We want to be doing more regular streams. Let's see. Do. What if we just became Minecraft streamers?
Don't toy with my heart.
Do you know how many frames those new computers can run Minecraft at?
Alright,
You
so the
know-
real reason why I'm staying late at work today.
Do you know how many chickens I can put on my roof on those computers without the game crashing? A lot. Have it as a game show rather than a pure RPG, so you have a bunch of rooms built up. There's some randomizer that generates the next room / area of wilderness. Here's the thing. That's, like, also a lot of prep still. We went through the red door. Let's roll that. Oh, no, it's the Cavern of the Basilisk. Well, we have a lot of ideas. We have a lot of ideas for game show style things. Once again, as things are opening up, it's going to get easier. The main thing is just to do it regularly would require having some guests coming in so that we're not relying on the team that's doing a bunch of other work to constantly be on stream all the time, you know? Ooh, Black Mountain from Xenoblade Chronicles. Let's go. I think I remember this one. Black Mountain was... Yeah, that was a real... this is one of the best area themes, honestly. Xenoblade had really good area theme music. Hey, Band of Badgers, thank you for the raid.
Hello.
And how are you doing, Rabbit? We're just getting all kinds of animal infestations at the moment. Speaking of which... Oh, my DSLR went out again. It lasted a long time this time, at least. Monkey. Monkey.
No monkey.
Monkey. All
No
right,
monkey.
time to do his tie, I guess. Well, here's the thing. should I actually paint the tie on, but then it would be like flat along his chest? Or should I get some fabric and actually have it hanging down?
Fabric.
I should make an actual little red tie for him. Yeah. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do that. It's going to have to be tiny.
Well, we probably have red string in the office.
Probably,
And
yeah.
if not, like, it's really easy to just find a, like, ribbon somewhere.
Monkey. Green stuff and sculpt it. Sculpt him a tie. Hey, Toby.
I can do it. Need
Sculpt,
practice with them.
sculpt a tiny tie to fit a miniature ape. Please?
That and his little hair tuft.
Yes. Mod the sculpt to actually give him like the little coconut Donkey Kong head.
Coconut Donkey Kong.
Yeah, because right now it looks like he's got his hair like slicked back, like Roy Batty from Blade Runner. Wait, he doesn't have his hair slicked back. Nope, I'm thinking of the Super Mario Brothers movie. I'm thinking of was it Dennis Hopper was playing Bowser
That was her in that movie.
with just that awful hair.
The whole movie. What the fuck?
It's an incredible movie. It's an achievement.
No, what's more what the fuck about it is that I enjoyed it as a kid.
Here's the thing. Like, yeah, as a kid, if you can suspend your disbelief, that's a great movie. Like, it's weird and fun. Like bananas in the rain.
Stop it. That doesn't make sense.
You find a Koopa laying on its back. It can't flip over. Do you help it up? Or do you
No.
jump on it?
Neither. I'm not in this reality where you talk like that.
Have you seen Blade Runner?
No.
Okay. That's fine. We are way too old for this chat. Why? Because of Blade Runner? You are not too old for Blade Runner, Rabbit. Blade Rabbit. Blade Runner remake set in the Mushroom Kingdom. I love Blade Runner. Everybody does. Yeah, it seems like everybody wants us to just do the
Blade
fabric.
Runner animes
Was that?
going on? What's with all the Blade Runner animes going on?
Blade Runner animes? Isn't it just the one?
No, they're doing another one apparently. It's called Runner Black Lotus.
Ooh. Wasn't the original Blade Runner anime done by the... Was it the Cowboy Bebop people or the Ghost in the Shell people? It was done by somebody where I'm just like, oh, that's like a really good... Like that's a great director to give it to.
I don't know. I didn't watch it, but I was looking at what's upcoming on animes and I saw that listed.
Mushroom Kingdom is the issue. You're not too old for Mario, Rabbit. Mario's like 35 at this point, or older.
Oh, 40.
He's
Easily
40 now. He's 40. I think if you're counting, I think it depends on if you're going back to like the arcade days or NES.
Jumpman.
Who chose this lounge track? Me, baby. Let's go. We're playing nothing but jazz. This is a jazz version of a Xenoblade Chronicles song. So, Rabbit is too old for Xenoblade Chronicles. I'll give him that one. Behave. Speaking of Cowboy Bebop, Netflix live action confirmed for fall. Yeah, I'm like so nervous about it in that I don't know that show functions when it's not anime. But if they're gonna do a live action Cowboy Bebop cast, I feel like they kind of cast it as well as possible. It's a solid cast. Like,
Wait, real quick, I looked up Jumpman, and they have like his zodiac sign on the Nintendo wiki.
wait, they've done the star chart for Mario.
Yeah, he's a Taurus.
Weird.
What are you
First
talking
name Mario, last name Mario. Antonio Jumpman Mario.
I remember the days my only home system was.
Mario. His name is
Also,
Tony?
hold on, I don't. So this is Mario's father. Jumpman is Mario's dad, I guess, because it says
Hmm.
personal info: Mario's son, Luigi's son, wife Lady Julie, and then daughter is daughter Julie.
Where does that come from?
Who is Julie? Wait.
I know. I'm digging deep.
No, because I know that in the Donkey Kong original game, yeah, he was referred to as Jumpman, and the Donkey Kong there is Donkey Kong's grandfather.
Yeah, that's Cranky Kong.
Cranky Kong. But Mario's still Mario.
Remember how they canonically had Donkey Kong's mom die?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, in is it Super Mario Sunshine?
No.
Also, Luigi's a Scorpio, guys.
That
Okay.
no, okay, that's a hard
Is it?
doubt on that.
Mario's also, because they're now considered twins.
Well, they're both Scorpios.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what song is
I
this?
mean-
Oh, Coconut Mall. Yeah, that'll do it.
Going back canonical thing with
Ooh,
Mario,
let's
just
play-
remember that Miyamoto
play this
stuck
one.
Bowser.
Language.
Let's see. Really, Blade Runner anime? Yeah, they're making a Blade Runner anime. Opening to be done by Yoko Kanno. Yeah. Yoko Kanno, I mean. Yeah, no, the cast is really
There
solid for
wasn't
that.
one already, right?
Were any of the other live action animes good? Any other live action animes? Full Metal Alchemist was not. Death Note was not.
Which live action, both of them? Yeah.
Yeah, were any of the... I don't think any of the live action Netflix animes went well. You gotta cover Steam Gardens on this playlist? Ooh, that's a
Wait, hold
good...
on.
That's a
Isn't
good
Full
pull.
Metal Alchemist live action thing?
They did a Full Metal Alchemist live action, and it was really weird because... So, you know how they... With a lot of the anime adaptations... Like with Death Note, they, like, made them American and, like, moved it to Seattle.
Yeah.
So... And people are like, oh, this is whitewashing, like, the story and stuff like that. The weird thing is, when they did Full Metal Alchemist, which is, like, set in Germany, basically, they used Asian actors, but then they still, like, kept it in Germany to the point where, like, they had them putting on, like, wigs and stuff to try and make them look like the German characters from the original show, and it was kind of weird. Like, Edward does not look good. It was weird. They make just, like, a lot of really weird choices with the live-action adaptations.
That's like if they do Attack on Titan. Yeah, it's also all not.
Last surprise, don't change it. Yeah, I figured. Alright, Steam Gardens. Nope. He has not done a Steam Gardens cover. That actually really surprised me. He does a lot of Mario music. He's got Rosalina's Comet Observatory right there.
Wait, Steam Garden from what?
You saw Death Note live action before the animated, like both? I've not... I did not enjoy the live action very much. Death Note live action is good if you haven't seen the anime. So maybe if you see the live action first, maybe it's okay.
The Japanese live action was really fucking.
You know what? You know what the best live action anime adaptation is? Rurouni Kenshin has a trilogy of live action movies that are better than the anime. Like, they're just like 3 very good samurai movies. They're extremely good. It's unreal. Like, the fight scene choreography is absolutely wild. The cinematography is out of this world. It's absolutely stellar. The performances are really solid. Like, it's unreal how good those movies actually are. Like, the comedy is like really solid. The comedy is sold better than in the anime, honestly. Like, I tried to watch the anime after watching the live action, and I didn't like the anime anymore. Like, which was really weird. Like, the live action was really good. You don't think the live action Fist of the North Star was the best? I haven't seen it. Most people's issues with the live action are because it bastardizes the anime characters. It's fair. They did live action Attack on Titan?
In Japan, yeah.
How does that... I can't imagine that working well. You're talking about Kenshiro? Yeah. Talking about Rurouni Kenshin. There's like these live action... There's 3 live action Rurouni Kenshin movies. The first one's the best one, only because it's the only one that like stands alone. 2 and 3 were like made to complement each other, so neither one of them is really a full story. All 3 of them are good though. The first is phenomenal. Hey, Interbattery. They did the Titans with prosthetics. Did they do it like old like Godzilla style? Like did they do the old like kind of practical kaiju thing? Can we get that terrain sculpt on camera for a second?
Which one?
I'm gonna set up a thing where we see you full screen. One moment.
Or the other one? Okay. More back.
Alright, add window capture. Adding this one. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go to... Bam! Look at that. Yeah, show off that piece, Toby. Makes a CG and prosthetics, so like it was pretty well done, just not a good movie. Okay. Titans look kind of neat, but the movie's not great. It feels like a... I don't know that you could get a good arc out of it in just the length of the movie. Are we supposed to get some terrible Hollywood adaptation of Your Name? Are they adapting Your Name to live action? So many of these things I'm like, why do you want to not get this in animation? Looking forward to the next Kickstarter? So are we, honestly. Struggling with anime talk? I'm sorry, Rabbit. Apparently everybody here is really into anime, though. Man. Yeah, we need to get a DSLR on that. When we've got everything set up for the office, we'll have to get a big...
Before I did a carpet here, and like the boards are broken, and under the carpet there's a hidden trap door. That's kind of
nice.
broken. Yeah, I've been working on this front one for...
It's been... You've been doing it for...
7 weeks.
You've been doing it for months, I think, right?
Yeah.
You found doll ties? Like for... That we can use for Donkey?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Let's go. I wish I could just find like an actual miniature sculpt. I guess the real thing is we should just use his amiibo, but like... In fact, actually, I'm feeling really dumb. I have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong as amiibos. We actually probably should have just done that.
But they're too big.
Where's the fun in that, though?
Yeah.
It's true. I was just looking for an excuse to get a new mini and paint it, and I did. I now have a funny monkey mini. So.
Funny monkey.
Oh, is this Dire Dire Docks? Yeah, Dire Dire Docks. Let's go. Rock that funny monkey mini. Oh, we're doing it. Necktie for 18 dolls. Oh, none of these are... how big are they, though? Oh, 18-inch dolls. Okay, it's gonna be too big. Oh, man. The actual picture of the doll is terrifying.
Oh, wait. I wanna look.
It's in chat. Oh, no.
Oh, these dolls.
I hate dolls, man. Dolls scare me.
Yeah, that's a bad one. That's just an American Girl doll with her hair cut off.
Here's the thing. I honestly find regular, like, yeah, play with these dolls, like dolls, scarier than, like, Chucky and dolls that are actually meant to be, like, horror movie villains. You should not click link from Doofers. Probably not. This one's good. What else does he have? He has so many... He's done so many songs. Halo 3. Pig Step from Minecraft. Ah, he has the Thomas the Tank Engine theme in Jazz.
I would like to hear this.
Okay.
Yeah, hope you guys seen mess me up as a kid. The doll.
Oh yeah.
He's showing that to me when I was 5, so
Good parents.
yeah, great parents. Thanks, Mom.
All right. Don't visit the Discord if you don't want to be convinced to buy more hobby things. Yeah, our Discord really is just people convincing people to buy things. Not even always our stuff, just things. Like, man, all the people who are looking at all the Warhammer stuff that comes out and what's that thing
Yeah,
that's- what's-
Dominion's looking pretty good.
Yeah. So Dominion wasn't just one box; it's like a series of things. Like, what's the deal with Dominion exactly?
What's the
It's
deal
kinda-
with Minions?
What's the
It's
deal
the-
with Dominion?
It's the Indominus set for the fantasy game. It's like 2 partial armies with the rule book to like kick off the new edition.
Launchbox for Age of Sigmar 3? They've already done 2 full Sigmars?
Yeah, I think like 2014 it first came out, so they've gone through a couple iterations. It's actually really evolved because at first the idea was, which is kind of cool in theory, but it was like, so 40k is the super crunchy, dense game, and this first Sigmar rules were like a few pages, and they're like, that's all we're gonna do. But then people coming from fantasy and 40k were like, wait, there's no story and there's no lore and there's no complexity. And they're like, well, okay, yeah. But so the second edition, they kind of made it more like typical Warhammer in a good way, I think. And then now they're just really pulling stuff that works well in 40k 9th and just really streamlining it and making it faster paced. And I think it's going to be, I think they're trying to make 40k 9th and Age of Sigmar 3 like 5e, like the definitive versions, you know, that like people play.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this Thomas the Tank Engine thing kind of slaps. Oh yeah. Like he's really going in. You guys played Warhammer TW? Still one I haven't tried in the TW series. Oh, Total War, since I tend to like historical wargaming. No, I haven't played it. I've only played a couple of the Total War games.
I mean, I love it, but you know, I'm a lifelong Warhammer fan, so kind of biased, I guess.
I mean, that's what they're going for, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially because it's set in the old world, like the original fantasy setting that they killed for the miniatures game. So it's fun to go back there and like see the lore and the characters and stuff.
Okay. What? Explain Warhammer to me in 30 seconds. What is the old world?
It was the original fantasy setting.
Warhammer was originally fantasy?
Yes.
So they changed Warhammer from fantasy to sci-fi, and
No,
then
they're
they
two
made Age of
separate games.
Sigmar.
Two separate settings.
Two separate.
So
settings.
they had Warhammer Fantasy Battles in its own setting, and 40k was in a completely separate setting. The only thing that they share is the name Warhammer.
Okay.
And
So-
sometimes like certain things would cross over. Like there's chaos in both areas and stuff, just because like it survived all of time.
I want to kill chaos.
Yeah. But they've distinctly said that they are two separate settings. Like you see orcs in both settings, that kind of thing, but they've distinctly said they're two different settings.
Okay, but there's
And,
like space orcs.
So basically, Warhammer Fantasy was like a rank and file game, and it stopped selling, and so they just killed it to design Age of Sigmar, which basically put it on round bases. It made it closer to 40k, which was the more successful game. So that was more of a business thing.
Why didn't
And
they
so
just...
now it's in a new era. Now the Age of Sigmar is like a completely different like setting and timeline.
Did changing the lore actually matter, or could they have just revamped Warhammer Fantasy to be more like 40k and it would have been fine?
They're doing both.
What?
So first of all, in the lore, they like killing the old world was part of the lore of Age of Sigmar. Whether or not that was to make Age of Sigmar work as a product, is whatever. They also wanted to. So all of fantasy had like the typical fantasy tropes like Grail Knights and stuff, and then they in Age of Sigmar they made all the names trademarkable. So they had to write lore for their IPs with the new names. So everything has its own like specific name now. So they're not orcs and elves. They're like Oryx and Duardin are the dwarves and that kind of thing that they can copyright. But after they pissed everybody off and literally killed a fantasy game, maybe a year or two ago now, they released only a logo for a game that's called Warhammer the Old World. So they're going to make a new game at some point in the old world setting. And we know nothing about it. There's like debates about if it's going to be square bases again, if it's going to be rank and file, or if it's just going to be like the Horus Heresy, which is a different era of 40k that they make miniatures for. That's really niche.
How much does
We'll
the
see.
lore actually matter to the people playing?
Well, for the old world, the setting was like super popular, so it mattered a lot.
But does it
And
actually affect the gameplay in any capacity, or is it just like, oh, I like
No.
reading the books along with playing?
Well, it affects the aesthetic of the miniatures. So like the aesthetic of the miniatures changed as well. They like completely went down a totally different artistic path.
Okay. They killed off everyone,
So
but
a
like,
lot of the character of the setting,
so they Final
which
Fantasy
was in the miniatures and stuff.
So they basically Final Fantasy 14'd it.
Yeah.
Curious. Because they, like, Final Fantasy 14 was not doing well. So after, like, a year, they hired a new team. And were like, hey, we need you to completely redesign this game from the ground up.
Yeah.
And then they literally had an end of the world event that destroyed the world that they've been playing in Final Fantasy 14. And then the next day, like, it was like, okay, it's 2.0. It's still Final Fantasy 14, but it's an entirely different world and everything's different.
That's exactly right.
But they canonically still talk about the old world that was 1.0 and
Yes.
involve it in the story. And the gods are
Yes.
and some of the gods are still the same. This actually seems exactly like 14.
It is exactly like what you're describing, yes.
Huh. Hello. Yes, cat. What do you need?
But I think, like, in the long run, it's good because they're really going crazy with the design of the miniatures. Like, a lot of things I think are changing, like the new orcs and stuff, which, I do have nostalgia for the orcs that we've grown to love in Warhammer, but, like, I think they're really starting to experiment. At first, it was really jarring and not done well, I think. I mean, it's hard. How do you make a really grand shift in a product? I mean, that's hard. But I think now, like, a lot of the miniatures in the boxed games, like Curse City and all that, and the new Warhammer stuff, like, they're kind of really giving people some free reign, I think, to be artistic and creative and make new stuff. And there's some really cool results. And even the stuff I don't like, I like how they're kind of expanding the aesthetic a little bit. I don't know. I think it's it's going to be a good thing in the long run. That like some people don't agree with some of the changes to the models and the miniatures and the, to the world and the mechanics, but I am optimistic. Rip Curse City, yeah. I don't know why they're like, we're gonna make this really popular product and only so much of it, but not tell you that it's limited until like it's gone.
How many
I don't know what that is.
How many actual games of Warhammer have you gotten to play?
I mean, in my life, not many. I actually haven't played Age of Sigmar itself. I've only read the rules and looked at battle reports and purchased models.
Yeah, I know
Not
you got
even,
models.
I actually just sold my Night Hunt army this week. Fully assembled to a lucky hobbyist and based.
How many full armies do you have for Sigmar?
Well, I just sold a full 2,000 points of Night Hunt, and I have 2,000 points of Stormcast, but I've had those now, and they're updating the Stormcast. So here's the thing. They want to make the models better and the scale a little more proportionate, but they don't want to make their old models obsolete. So they make a newer, better version of the old stuff.
No, we've been to Scalegate all over again. We've been there.
Exactly. So I don't know how well, like how competitive or useful like my old Stormcast models are going to be. We'll have to see. Because they changed Space Marines, their most popular 40k miniatures. And I personally like the change. Some people, again, there's nostalgia for the old stocky Space Marines, and I'll always love those too. But the models just look way cooler. But they also make the stats better because they want them to sell. But they don't want to completely erase old models. So that's kind of happening with Stormcast, their poster faction for Sigmar. So we'll see how I might not hold on to this Stormcast either. I might just get the new stuff. Because I actually do want to play 3.0. Like, I want to get a freaking game in of Age of Sigmar. At the office, preferably, and get people in the loop on that. Because it's fun.
I want to play.
I'm gonna try.
Oh, we'll do 2-on-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
We
the
could,
game
that'd be
works.
fun.
I haven't played the game.
I have played more 40k just because my friend group is more into 40k.
Your friends are into Grimdark.
Yeah.
You got edgy friends.
Yeah. Rabbit thinks the old Stormcast will be fine, huh?
Can't believe you sold your spooky boys. We love ours. Just got to paint them.
Well, you know what I'll always here's the thing. It was very, very hard for me to sell anything because I have all kinds of ideas for painting, and obviously I love every single model, especially the Night Hunt, because that's what got me back. When they killed the old world, I was like, I'm done with fantasy. I'll just play 40k. But then when I saw the Night Hunt models, this is kind of that era where they started to shift and do really cool dynamic poses, and it was kind of a stepping stone faction that was completely new, that was a big stamp of the new design of Citadel miniatures, and man, it got me hooked back into fantasy. Lady Olander with sort of the bride veil that goes into just a ghost form really stuck me. It was like genuinely scary, especially the way certain people painted it, and I loved that model. And that's what got me actually interested in looking at Sigmar stuff. But you know how it goes, guys. Like, your pile of shame. My pile of shame started stressing me out. It made me not want a hobby because I was like, I'm never gonna get this done. So to even think about like working on it stressed me out. And as much as I hated it, it was honestly a relief. I sold the Eldar. I'm glad. It was a fun speed paint project. But I got, a lot of you guys know in the Discord, I have 2.5 boxes of Indomitus and Sisters of Battle. That's still 3 armies. So I'm glad I painted the Eldar and jammed some games with them, and I'm glad they're onto a hobbyist that will actually use it. The Night Hunts are going, the Stormcast might go. I don't know, we'll see, man. Especially moving, like, it was such a relief to declutter when I had to move and like get rid of a lot of stuff. I was like, oh man, I think I have to do this for my hobby inventory. Topulus, how many boxes of Dominion do you have lined up? I don't want to do that again. I'm not going to get more than 1. I might not even get 1 because it depends if I really want to keep the Stormcast. But here's the thing. Here's my idea for Stormcast, since you asked. So in my D&D campaign, there was a character that had wings made of stained glass, like shards of broken stained glass, and I thought that was so cool that I literally all that I bought for the Stormcast is just the requisite troops, so the on foot guys, the battle line guys, and then every winged model that they have, and I'm gonna paint all the wings as stained glass, which is perfect because the Dominion box has a new winged model, so I was like, I have to get that. So I'll probably end up getting one of the box and the new orcs just to paint. I'll either sell them or I might keep them. We'll see. But I just want that winged model, and the limited edition codex cover is really cool. So I'll probably get one box. But I don't want to have another Indomitus on my hands because, like I said, I haven't even managed those projects yet.
If you sell any more of your minis, painted or not, you should have like a garage sale type thing in the Discord.
That's not a bad idea.
Post them up there.
I mean, I might end up selling a lot. I have a lot of Infinity stuff, and those models are really cool. And if you're playing Stargrave, they'll be cool for that probably. A lot of the stuff that I probably won't sell is like all the little tiny companies because nobody knows what they are. So like, I don't know how well they would actually sell, and they're the goofy characterful stuff. So I might just keep them to paint anyway.
Andrasta's lore is great. She chops off the heads of her foes and places them at Sigmar's feet without a word. Like a cat. Yeah, apparently she's like someone in a battle. Guerrilla Games described her as a better like Celestin Prime, and that's also a model I bought like 3 years ago and haven't opened. So all my models, I've held on to them so long that they're getting outclassed. Monkey Kong. Let's go.
No go. Just stop.
Are you chopping it? Oh, you're shaving it. Okay.
Yeah, what I'm doing is so in the blocking process, essentially, I just have to put a bunch of clay on, and then I go back and cut it down with a knife, so that way I get smoother areas to be able to sculpt on.
Nice. I'm just jamming at this point. I finished my monkey, but like I don't have enough time to like do something else. So I'm just kind of chilling.
Ooh, show it off.
It's not very impressive. It's
But it is a monkey.
It is a monkey. Doesn't
And
really
that
look like
will take
Donkey
you
Kong
far.
because Donkey Kong doesn't actually really look like an ape. The torso's not bad. It's the face that's like, you know, they give him like cartoon face.
Oh, that looks good.
I forgot how like flat Donkey Kong's face is. I
Ooh,
guess
wait,
apes have more flat faces than monkeys.
Toby, are you actually gonna sculpt a tie? Because I feel like you could probably do a pretty good toupee for this guy.
Yeah, I was thinking I'll do both the tie and the what's it called, and the hair for him.
Duke, what Toby's sculpting right now is not stuff for the Kickstarter. It's just a personal project. Night, Dave. Thanks for coming by. Although he is designing it to be compatible with the stuff, I believe, but like it's not really. They're kind of big pieces for the city builder system, you know. Toby, start your own Kickstarter. Goal $1,000.
It was a good inspiration point, and just like might as well, and it was fun to like think about the like building up like that. So yeah, sorry.
Some of the sculpts, they're awesome. Yeah. No, Toby's really good.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see. What are your plans with the like? Are you gonna cast it and then ask somebody to paint it, or are you gonna paint it, or?
yeah, maybe I'll definitely want to cast it. Then definitely want it to get painted. I'm not sure. Like if I would do it or I can do basic painting. I'm just horrible at color theory, so it's probably not going to look like spooky wood. It's just probably going to look like boring, bland things.
Yeah.
Chunk just is walking over now with a big winter hat in his mouth.
Oh,
Really proud of it.
Are some gonna watch the Spy Fights Godzilla on YouTube? The Spy, like, wait, is that like Mad TV, like Spy versus Spy, or the Spy like Team Fortress 2? Probably Team Fortress 2, actually. Look at that cat. I'm pretty sure it's definitely like Team Fortress 2. Another kitty? Yeah, Toby's got a lot there.
Now I'm back down to my original count, which is 3.
Yeah,
All
now
the
you
foster-
only have 3 cats there. What happened with the pregnant one?
It got like the foster guy took it off, and I think took it off my hand, and I think
Okay.
last I heard it did have a potential adoptee. So
Really need to upgrade my buildings to clay. I'm still gluing cereal box roof tiles on foam core. Hey man, whatever gets it done, right? Like, wow, hamster.
he needs to get groomed because his knots all over his fur. I've never took the cat to a groomer.
I've seen people do some really cool stuff with foam. Like I wouldn't I wouldn't sneeze at using cereal boxes and foam.
That's a staple of custom terrain.
Yeah. I love the ones where they just like dump actual sand on the table. They're like, yeah, we're doing beach combat. Here's a bunch of actual sand and rocks.
I couldn't find my packed up gravel mix for this mini today, so I went outside with a little baggie and got some on the sidewalk.
I wanna get into basing. I have a bunch of basing materials that I got from when I was doing asset drop. I want to bring that into the office and just start basing some of the stuff that I have there. See how that goes. Just get used to all that stuff. Start doing like, shrubs at people's feet and stuff like that.
A little bit adds a lot to the end result.
I believe it. Sheepishly steal sand from playgrounds. like as kids are playing like in the sandbox.
You stare them dead in the eye and just
Like, get out.
Like
Get out, I need
Sure.
this. Sometimes. Do you remember, man, you remember the excavators? That you ever play with one of those when you were a kid? They'd have like just a big thing, a big sandy area, and they'd have like a little excavator you could sit on, and it would have two handles, and you would
Yes.
like scoop stuff up, and then you would have nowhere to put it, so you wouldn't really do anything. But just like the idea that you're like, yeah, I'm working with heavy machinery.
You just make the biggest hole you could, and then you couldn't move it around anymore, so you'd move it all back and dig another hole.
Basically. I thought that stuff was so cool. They had that at the park where my dad would play softball. I remember that. So while his game was happening, I'd go over to the park and I would try to get on the excavator whenever possible. Grew up in the middle of nowhere. You were robbed. I mean, this was in Park City, Utah. So that's pretty middle of nowhere. It was a pretty small area. It was close to Salt Lake City, but it was a small city,
I like that even as a kid you were putting in those good, honest manual labor hours.
Yeah.
Training young.
implying that I'm still like putting in like hard labor as an
Oh, I
adult.
mean the royal you, like the people excavating.
Oh yeah, yeah. Carson City, Nevada had no excavator. I feel like Carson City is bigger than Park City. Hang on a second, let me check this out. Carson City. I feel like they've got a bigger population. 54,000. Park City. Park City's got a population of 8,000. Wow. Yeah, so you're you guys are like 7 times bigger than Park City. It's amazing that they even call it a city. I mean, I really grew up in Heber City. Wow, Heber's bigger than Park City now? Heber was like population 3,000 when I lived there. But it started booming like crazy because it got on like magazine lists or something as like a great place to like move if you wanted to be somewhere quiet and like around like nature, like, oh, it's farms and stuff. So suddenly like 2 resorts got made like near Heber, and then they started putting like a bunch of condos and like cul-de-sacs and stuff like that, and so a bunch of people just like started moving there. Like we literally had one school in Heber, and it was like a high school, and then like for elementary school we would be bused to Midway to go to elementary school there because we didn't have an elementary school in Heber. And so yeah, like it was a small place. But it started like blowing up. Like I am really curious. What is there a way to like track like population over time? Is there a way to like track this? Because I like how big was that boom? Population 2010 total 11,000. Estimate in 2019 17,000. So yeah. So by 2010, because I moved out of there in 98, 99. And I would go back and visit the family we had there like once or twice a year. I think the last time I was there was like 2008 or 9. And at that point, it was starting to boom. Demographics. Census of 2010. Oh, yep, here we go. 1990, 4,782, 2000, 7,000. And then 2010, 11,000, 2019, 17,000. It's been growing like rapidly since then. Like it's over doubled in size since I lived there. And it's like all people who are like moving there for farmland and stuff. But then they started like writing letters complaining about the smell of like manure and everything because they were living by farms. And then there were a lot of horses and cattle and stuff. So yeah. We still have the wildlands here in the US. I live in a town, admittedly the largest town in the UK, but the population's over 230,000. Yeah, they're really playing fast and loose with the population of city. Yeah, Park City's great. Park City was like the nice city that we would drive up to. That's where the softball tournaments would happen. It wasn't far from Heber. It was closer than Salt Lake. Did you have a stoplight? I think we had 2. It was literally like the kind of town where there was like one road that went from like the beginning to the end of the town, and then everybody lived like on streets that were like offshoots of it, but there was like one highway that just like genuinely went straight through the town. And there was a bar at the very end. What was it called? There was a bar that like it was the last thing you would pass on the way out when you were driving down the road that direction. I can't remember what it was called, but they had a name that was like about the fact that they were like the last thing that you saw. If you have a stoplight, you have a town. We didn't have a McDonald's. Well, no, we got a McDonald's. We did get a McDonald's. We had a Dairy Queen. But, like, our Dairy Queen had a train. Our Dairy Queen had a little train that went around the top of the establishment. Like, inside. It went, like, around the top of the ceiling, and it would, like... It would go by, like, Deer Lake and, like, other stuff in the area. It'd be like, oh, it's the Heber Creeper. So Heber was famous for this train called the Heber Creeper because there was a train station in Heber, and it was, like, its only notable feature. And it eventually, it stopped running, but a lot of movies would shoot there. Yeah. It's weird. The requirements of a city in the UK, one of them is having an officially recognized cathedral, which is actually the reason we are not classed as a city. Seriously? What if we don't have a stoplight? No stoplight means it's just scenery people drive through. Yeah, there was genuinely only 2 stoplights that I can remember in Heber. One at each end of, like, that long road that went through the town. A lot of the areas here don't have stoplights, though, just roundabouts. Bergen's slightly bigger with 270k. Roundabouts mean you're in Ireland. In Minnesota, if you have a bar, church, and gas station, you're a town, and they're usually all next door to each other. Huh. One of my favorite gags that The Simpsons ever did was the Simpsons movie. When the dome is starting to drop over the city and everybody thinks it's like the end of the world, everybody runs out of the bar and the church, and then everybody from the bar runs into the church, and everybody from the church runs into the bar.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite gags.
It's a good moment.
Yeah. God, it's a good one. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time, but when I was a kid and I saw it, I thought it was very good.
It's not bad. I think that it was right. I think that's when they jumped the shark, kind of. And it was right when the SpongeBob movie also came out, too. And that's when SpongeBob jumped the shark. So, I don't know. Something about that year in cartoons. Something happened.
I just remember them... I remember them having, like, 2 minutes of build-up to showing Bart's penis.
Yep.
I remember that. I remember the dome... Oh man, Chief Wiggum having all the cops like shoot at the dome to try and break it, and they just end up shooting themselves. It was a good gag. I remember a fair amount of good gags from that movie. The Simpsons was always weird to me because growing up in like a super Orthodox Catholic family in Utah, so like. Small town Utah, so like most everybody we knew was Mormon. If you weren't Mormon, you were Orthodox Catholic. Where we lived, anyways. And so growing up there, wasn't allowed to watch like The Simpsons. Wasn't allowed to watch Friends either. Friends was also like very bad, like very like not Christian, not allowed to watch. And so then by the time that like I actually watched The Simpsons, I was expecting like something like really raunchy, and I was watching it and I'm like, this is not really that edgy. Like The Simpsons is not that edgy.
What's crazy to me is when I was a kid, I was allowed to watch Simpsons, and it was one of the few like kind of on the more adult side, even though it wasn't bad, more adult side things I was allowed to watch. But then I wasn't allowed to watch some things like Gilmore Girls and like, I don't know. I don't really
Gilmore
have
Girls?
a strong list. Yeah.
Wait,
but like
what?
just things like that. But I found out later in life that it wasn't because my parents were like, oh, we don't know about the values of all this or anything. It was because my mom didn't want to have to watch it. So like,
Okay.
she would just be like, you're not allowed
Do
to
you
watch
know
that.
how different of a person you would be if you'd grown up watching the Gilmore Girls?
No, I don't.
Could you imagine if Mace was one of those girls who had like her whole identity shaped by the Gilmore Girls. That's a lot of girls, like your age, our age. Like, I know a fair amount of girls where like Gilmore Girls was like a super formative show for them.
Yeah, I've seen it as an adult, and it's not for me, and I don't know if I would have really liked it as a kid either. But
It's an acquired taste.
it is.
I think it does really good stuff, but yeah, you've got to be in the mood for what it's doing.
Absolutely.
Like it has a very strong voice, and it's very loud about it.
Yeah, and I think that they do a lot of parts of it really well too, even especially like having two female leads in a show. It's like, I don't know, it seemed like it was done pretty tastefully for the time, but I don't know. It just
that's the thing that's
I'm not
funny to me.
really a big sitcom person in general.
That's the thing that's funny to me is I'm trying to think like what. So I know why I wasn't allowed to watch Friends. I wasn't allowed to watch Friends because my grandma found out that they had men and women live together when they weren't married, and that's why Friends was like not allowed to be watched in the house. But man, I should tell her about New York. But yeah, that's the thing. So I guess Simpsons was edgy when it came out, maybe, but like, I guess that TV was like a different landscape back then. But by the time that I actually did watch it, like in middle school, like I guess because Simpsons broke the mold, like shows got so much edgier, so much faster that by the time I watched The Simpsons, it was like super tame. I remember watching it, and I'm like, this isn't naughty at all. Like, what's going on? I heard way worse at school than whatever was on The Simpsons. What kind of clay are you using, Toby?
My first Halloween costume was, I think my parents went as Marge and Homer, and I was Maggie. So
You were Maggie for
yeah.
Halloween?
Because I was a baby.
I hope so.
Babies don't have genders.
I would hope you were a baby at the time. Otherwise, it'd be very weird.
You know.
What kind of clay are you using, Toby?
I'm using Monster Clay, the hard variant.
Monster Clay hard variant. Is it petrol based or does it air harden?
No, it just kind of like never really completely hardens. So like you can put it aside and then like you heat it up to make it like softer again.
Okay.
That's what we use for all the main sculpts.
Yeah, man. My parents didn't know English, so I could watch Simpsons in my formative years. That's fair.
It's really not that bad of a show.
I remember the moral panic over SpongeBob as well. There was a moment in time where SpongeBob became the focus of like evangelical stuff, where they're saying it was a dangerous show that was trying to spread the gay agenda. Man, what a weird time to think of like all the stuff that
anything that was popular.
Was that?
They just seemed like anything that was popular.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. Oh, Evolution.
I remember the Pokemon.
Wow.
You got to find that if you haven't seen it. You've got to find that sermon where a guy was talking about how Pokemon is satanic, and it's about summoning demons and like making contracts with demons and Satan, and so he does it, and he has this like big scary reveal about how Pokemon is about like trading your soul for a demon, and then like Jigglypuff comes up on the projector behind him, and it's the funniest thing. It's so funny. See, like Jigglypuff is just like the face of Satan in this sermon. And it's very good. Ugh.
I'd believe it. Out of all of them, Jigglypuff's the most demonic.
If I was going to repair a dog-chewed Dwarven Forge piece, what clay would Toby recommend? Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, dogs are one of the few things that will mess up Dwarven Forge.
If you want to like sculpt it back, probably green stuff.
Green stuff?
Yeah. Or an epoxy. I think green stuff is based on epoxy. I haven't read it much yet, but
Dogs love
that
Dwarven
will
Forge.
like that will harden over time, air harden, or heat harden. I think.
Yeah, I feel like green stuff is just the best way to make small adjustments to sculpts in general. Yeah, how many how many masters has Momo gotten his teeth on?
Masters?
Hasn't he like messed up a master before?
No.
He hasn't? What has he messed up? I know he's gotten I know he's gotten pieces before.
I'm pretty sure it's just Dwarvenite.
Just regular pieces?
Yeah.
I thought there was something about him getting a master. Oh well.
In the old space, there were some mice that would chew the clay.
Oh, yeah, I
Really?
remember that.
Old Space like the one before this one or the one before this one?
The one next door.
Oh wow. Huh. I didn't know
We get a
about
big
that.
rat problem then, but apparently they just like the idea of chewing on monster clay.
That's fair.
Momo also chews on monster clay if it's on that piece that's fell on the floor. So apparently animals just like the taste.
It's not that bad.
I don't know, I haven't never eaten it.
It's not it's not great. It tastes exactly like you'd think it does, but
Like crayons?
yeah, like go ahead and try a piece.
I'm not gonna try a piece, I'm not weird.
But you have so much freshly shaven clay.
Yeah, but that's not food.
Don't let it go to waste.
It's not food. I'm not
Looks
hungry
not
for my
like
animals.
chocolate. I don't know.
Destroying a master would be a sad day. Yeah. This means you gotta do the work over again. That's the frustrating thing. Do you make an armature first for your sculpts, or does the clay hold its shape all by itself?
We usually do armatures. This one is a little bit light on armatures. Like, for example, at the very beginning, I had it just with half the clay and just essentially did 3 dowels. This one just around that. So, see, there's a stick. But I think for next time, what I'm going to do is do more like armatures. I'll probably do more support over here for the floor because I want it to be about the same height as this. And then like some support to maybe a wire or something to go above windows so the clay will not fall over. And I want to do like a little alcove type window that sticks out a little, cantilevers a little bit, so that one too, I'll probably have a very thin piece of wood as our armature.
What, man. I remember the armatures that we had to make for, like, the trees were wild.
The weirdest armature I had to make was for the burrows, the curved ramp.
Yeah?
What I had to do was basically I did like a big dowel, and then I did 2 like wires that like went up and connected to the big dowel. That I put like this like plastic stick material sporadically throughout, so it was kind of like a rail, like a train track going up to the popped out and then like curved out to it. So it was kind of like a roller coaster track.
Huh. Oh. Alright. Well, it's 8:10.
Holy gosh.
Yeah, I know, that time really flew. I've got a monkey.
Woo!
I've
Which-
got a wall.
I got a monkey who needs a tie. He looks a lot more menacing than I'd expect Donkey Kong to look, but it's because he's not a little cartoon ape. Donkey Kong is an ape, right? Not a gorilla?
I think so. I don't know. what
Are
the
gorillas
difference
apes, or are apes gorillas, or are they separate?
is. I don't even know.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Night Dragon's Fire. Monk. Vertex said yes. I'm assuming that means that he's an ape and not a gorilla. What's the difference between an ape and a gorilla?
I don't know.
I know gorillas
Yeah.
is Tarzan's.
All right, so the difference between an ape and a gorilla. Gorillas are in the ape family, and that also includes chimpanzees, orangutans, and some would add humans too. Apes do not have tails, but monkeys do.
Okay.
Gorillas are the biggest members of the ape family and can weigh up to 600 pounds.
Okay, so gorillas are apes.
I think
So-
DK is a gorilla. He's big.
So ape is like a rectangle, and then a gorilla is like a square.
Yes.
Got it.
I would say that ape is like a parallelogram.
Yeah. Wait, no. No. Wait.
Why not? There's just so many different types of apes
Is
that
a
I
square a
feel like you can't just
parallelogram?
be like they're all
Oh.
rectangles.
Wait. Okay, yeah, because a parallelogram would be everything, including like.
Parallel lines. That's the most specific. thing.
Okay, so a rectangle is a parallelogram, and a square is also a parallelogram,
Right.
and a rhombus is a parallelogram.
Yep.
Okay.
And
It's
a
strong. Donkey Kong is a gorilla. Cool. So Donkey Kong is a gorilla. That's good to know. That's the important thing. I ape strong.
You made
Diamond
it.
hands, bananas. Banana hands. I think generally monkeys bite you and apes pull your arms off. That sounds about right. Glad we figured that one out. Yeah.
DK bit you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am wiped.
rest in peace, Harambe.
Yo, for real though. It's been what, 5 years? Gone too soon.
Still too soon.
Gone too soon.
Anyway, I'm done with this one.
Why did you have to pull out Harambe? Now I'm sad.
I'm sorry.
You know how long I've managed to go without thinking about Harambe?
Well, I haven't gone long. I think about him daily.
Fair. It's great hanging out with y'all tonight. Yeah, it was nice having everybody here. It was a fun time. Square is a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. Oh, is quadrilateral the best thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then a trapezoid is also a quadrilateral, but it's not a parallelogram.
But then a parallelogram, you can have a pentagon, a hexagon, and an octagon.
Wait, a parallelogram doesn't have to be 4 sides?
Nope.
Oh my god. Okay, so this changes everything.
Man, where were you in geometry class?
I was too busy taking calculus.
All right.
Yo, I can SOHCAHTOA the heck out of this stuff, though.
All right.
Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is adjacent over
cosine?
hypotenuse. Tangent
And tangent?
is opposite over adjacent.
What happens when they're derogative?
What? You can't just make up words. This is math, not English.
Yeah, I can't. That's part of it.
Okay, well, look, it's your derogative to ask these questions if you want. I don't have to.
No, a pentagon can have 2 sides that are like this, like a house shape. Think of a house shape. PMN games.
Diddy Kong, I always thought was like a younger brother, or perhaps even a son to Donkey. He's a son of Monk. He's clearly an entirely different species. Yeah, man, he's a chimpanzee. He's got a tail. Pretty sure Diddy Kong is canonically a chimpanzee.
Yeah, but
Quadrangles are the
they
only
think
ones
he's
that have
his
4
cousin,
sides.
Which makes it confusing.
Quadrangle. Pentagon has 5 sides, so it can never be parallel. That is true.
No, it's not, because you can have 2 parallel lines.
You can have
No,
not on a pentagon.
Yes, you can.
no.
You can't do that on a
This means
pentagon.
5 sides. It does not mean 5 equal sides. So you can have 2 short lines at the top and then 2 lines that are right here. Like, think of a house shape. That's a pentagon.
They're saying a
Houses
parallelogram
have
cannot have
those
more than
2
4
parallel
sides.
lines going up.
They're saying a parallelogram cannot have 4 sides.
What?
A parallelogram cannot have more than 4 sides. I'm sorry, it can have 4 sides. It can only have 4 sides.
Look, I just
No
paint
way.
little miniatures, man.
I don't make the rules. I just invent them.
Oh no, you guys are right. I'm wrong.
What is Ori
Here
of the
I am
Blind
spouting
Forest?
out
I need to play.
bullshit.
Clip it. Clip
I
me
need-
saying that,
I
everyone.
need to play it so I can tell you. If they are derogative, you tell them to be nicer to people. Finley, I love you. That's very, very
True.
good. What about the odd side? I'm not right. Google is. Let that be known. I had no clue. That's fair. So 6 cheated. So don't feel too bad, Mace.
It's okay. I feel bad anyway.
I mean, that's your derogative.
It is. It's my derogative.
Slept
How
during
do you-
17 years of
okay.
math class.
All
You had
right.
math
well,
for
I'll see you
17
guys
years?
later. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. It's been fun. We need to come up with a good goodbye song. Maybe we can just steal the one from Bear at the Big Blue House. I'm a pretty big fan of that one.
Hey,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, we could do that one. We can have Hamster sing it. Since he seems into it. Thank you for watching, everybody. We will be here next week. Next week, we'll have On the Anvil. We'll be doing a update on the next Kickstarter. And then we'll be doing the Hobby Hang, as usual, on Thursday. Take care of yourselves.
Bye.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.